we've got here on the Plains for some SEC Network basketball. The Auburn Tigers put the nation's longest home non-conference winning streak to the test as they welcome in the Georgia State Panthers. Here inside Neville Arena, alongside Hall of Fame coach Joe Ciampi, I'm JJ Jackson. When we look at this game, we're really excited about this matchup.
These people in the jungle tonight. I thought you had to be under 21.
Auburn controls the opening tip, and we're underway here tonight inside Neville Arena.
This Auburn team offensively, can stretch the defense with their spacing, screening, quickness, and their strength, but their skill level is right now with the perimeter shooting, with the ability to Broom to take inside, and then the rebound.
John Broom thought about it from the outside, instead drives, misfires. And then it's a turnover on the other end for Georgia State as we go away with the rebound for the Panthers. There's a look at Tenari Lane, the transfer from Winthrop. And Chad Baker-Mazzara has a steal. He's headed the other way, and it's from Broom that time. And Auburn's able to control it. Miles Kelly will look to push for the Tigers. They're opening five is Denver Jones, Miles Kelly, Chad Baker-Mazzara, who's already in the scoreboard, Dylan Cardwell, and there's Janai Broom.
Just because of Auburn's defensive pressure is just content with getting the ball in bounds and setting up their quarter-court offense.
There's Tariq Nutter on the drive. He gets it to go, and Georgia State's on the scoreboard. That's impressive. Dylan Cardwell got a piece of that one again.
Does a great job against Cesar Edwards.
Baker-Mazzara looking to run the other way before he's fouled.
What you like about Baker-Mazzara is last year ranked fourth in single season. It's a ball effort, and that's displayed by each player. But the way they protect the rim, the way they disrupt your shot.
Chaney Johnson gets it to go from inside the paint.
And there goes Chad Baker-Mazzara setting up his teammates.
Georgia State looks to run. We've got a whistle here as
the game that you have shot makers, long-range bombers. To
point range, so just missing that 40% mark.
Chaney Johnson in there and bringing, your situation of looking. You have Hudson in the game, Jaheim Hudson with size, but Chad Baker-Mazzara can take over, Pettifor can take over. It's just
down. The last time these two teams played, Turtle Hudson was playing for Georgia State.
How about that in 2022, and had a pretty good game against this.
Yes, he did.
This Auburn team at that time.
8 points and trolls here for Auburn up top. Again, the five-star freshman. He's had a couple of big performances in the non-conference. Denver Jones,
that's my man,
able to knock it down.
Well, what happens now? Coach Pearl makes a court adjustment, takes Pettifor to the point. Who's there? They're coming after you. On defensively, they're aggressive. They dig in. You've got to protect that possession. And as I say that, Pettifor comes in with a turnaround.
And with the right-handed slam, Tahad Pettifor throw.
But Clymer,
yeah,
he went up the ladder.
Some bounce to his game.
And the jungle comes alive. Could I classify the jungle today as being the Geritol jungle?
By 8, Tahad Pettifor looking to run the other way. What a right-handed slam by the freshman. We highlight the 17-minute and 42-second mark when the injury occurred. Auburn's had 3 turnovers offensively since. Here's Nick McMullen on the inside. He'll get that one to go, plus the foul.
Belt in rebounding and ranks 12th in the nation. And has a 10-point, almost a double-double, 9.9 rebounds. And right now, they've got their energy up because Auburn's star ball player is on the bench, but there's my guy, Denver Jones. See, that's that leader.
Played for Georgia State back in 2022 when these two teams met inside Neville Arena. Now he plays for Auburn. Lane's got it for Georgia State, and that jumper will go. Coleman Coliseum, our coverage begins at 1 Eastern, noon Central. Kent State and Alabama on the SEC Network.
Sideline out of bounds for this Auburn team. They like to go with the flex.
Chaney Johnson wants to flex after that.
Backdoor cuts.
Hamilton from the outside. Already has one three-pointer on the night. That one won't go. Chad Baker-Mazzara cross court to Miles Kelly, who misfires. And Baker-Mazzara fouled on the three-point shot by Georgia State's.
And his ability, especially on the three-point shot, is up pretty good from the charity line. Also, I believe Auburn has more players shoot on putbacks. You score on your half-court game, you score on the three-point game. But that free certainly is. I mean, he's one of the best, if not the best. And for the competition that this Auburn team played, his success there has been outstanding.
Malachi Brown the other way. Can't get it to go. McMullen with the rebound and put back, and goaltending's going to be the call. Chaney Johnson caught it all.
In a way that they can generate some scoring, but give credit to this Auburn defense. Right now, I see Dylan Cardwell's back in the game to impose his size. And here comes a zone by Georgia State.
There's a lob to Dylan Cardwell up top for the two-handed slam.
He has the ability to make defensive and offensive adjustments, but more importantly, his players believe in him. Players will do what they believe, not what they're told, and that's great communication by Coach Pearl. He's one of the best.
Tough jumper.
Experience 2 years ago, and they played a heck of a game in here, but this is a young team, a lot of transfers, and they're finding a way to believe in his system.
Chaney Johnson's got a steal. He'll head the other way. How about the slam? His head was nearly at the rim when he threw that one down.
He certainly did, and the thing about Chaney and Pettiford there, just the ball pressure, and right now, Auburn does a great job of just finding the ball.
Another steal for Auburn, and Pettiford misfires, but how about Chaney Johnson?
Well, here he comes. You know, I mentioned he has a great upside because of his size, his effort, but his improved skill level has really come along. He's bigger and stronger and probably more physical than most defensive-minded forwards in this game.
There's a nice finish from Malachi Brown on the drive.
They needed that. Malachi has been struggling out there, but you know, he's the young man taking the ball out of bounds on Auburn's press, so he's had a tough time.
Chaney Johnson gets it to go with the left hand. He's in double figures.
Great footwork. We talked about Janai Broom and his footwork. Chaney Johnson the same way. Catches the ball inside, plays slow, finds the defender, and makes the drop step and a little baby hook.
Sunbelt rebounding right now does McMullen as he gets Middle Tennessee. First time Tennessee has been ranked #1 in consecutive weeks since. Auburn holding on to the 12-point lead here in the first half. This Auburn offense been special all year long. And Pettiford gets the three to go. It's one of the big reasons.
Offensive patterns.
Cesar Edwards out to Hamilton. Chaney Johnson defending Edwards now on the drive, and it goes. 10 on a three-point make. McMullen grabs the rebound and is able to put it back up and in. Nick McMullen. Taken away by Auburn. Pettiford and Johnson as he'll lob it up. Misfired, but Chad Baker-Mazzara cleans up the miss.
Chad Baker-Mazzara was there to clean it up.
Baker-Mazzara now into double figures. Edwards gets the three to go. What an see Pettiford pick up the steal. Reverse layup, up and under.
Just the young man, his scoring ability.
His second steal of the night. He already had the big dunk. That time he had a little English on the finish. As Miles Kelly can't clean it for Auburn. A 3 for Lane from Georgia State. And we've got a foul underneath.
But second chance points, Georgia State. It's 6-10. They've got some size in there to challenge, and scoring 14 points off turnovers.
Back to a 10-point game. Pettiford gets a clean look. Chaney Johnson had the rebound, but it's Hudson who's able to put it up and in for Auburn.
Chance points.
A lot of minutes tonight for Jaheim Turtle Hudson for Auburn. Cesar Edwards from the outside, his second three-pointer of the first half.
He's acting excited in terms of he's feeling his game right now, and that's what this Georgia State team needs. They need that energy to hang with this Auburn team.
Chaney Johnson gets it to go, and he's fouled.
What I liked about that was well, he showed up. He was called on to play important. His attitude and his effort has changed, and his 12 points right now have been important.
Tenari Lane can't get it to go. Just 10 seconds remaining in the first half. As Denver Jones will look to drive here for Auburn. Miles Kelly puts it up. And that'll send us to the break. Auburn with the 12-point lead.
And Auburn found a way to score. But I would consider doing that again in terms of trying to break them down. But offensively now they're going back to their UCLA high screen action and trying to kick it down inside.
Malachi Brown misfires. He gets another look at it, and this time he'll bury it. Jumper for Nutter won't go. Denver Jones will look to get Auburn into a set.
What you're thinking about now when you're defense or offense, and like Chaney Johnson again is having his way down in.
And Auburn has announced that Janai Broom will be out for the remainder of the game. Auburn will go the rest of the way without their star player, Chad Baker-Mazara.
They play with and the effort they give every possession.
Georgia State has it doubled in turnovers right now. How does Jarvis Hayes and Jonas Hayes and this coaching staff, how do they correct that?
Well, right now you're
looking inside for Edwards before Chaney Johnson comes away with the steal. Miles Kelly pump fakes, and he's able to go and lay it in.
Great shot fake by Kelly. Georgia State raises up, and he takes the ball right to the rim.
Denver Jones headed the other way. He'll slam it home.
It's all about the defense. Doesn't, give up. He keeps the tension on, the ability to defend.
Georgia State hasn't scored in nearly 4 minutes. And Brown ends that as Malachi Brown goes coast to coast.
Defensive effort. Auburn holding Georgia State to 33%, turning them over and scoring 23 points off the turnovers. Big key to how you can score and be effective in this game.
Chaney Johnson gets it to go. He's up to 17 of Kentucky and Mississippi State.
Well, the one thing that was a defining moment for this Auburn team in preseason was their win against Houston. And we were told that.
And what a non-conference schedule it's been for Auburn.
Moment for this team was that Iowa State game when Janai Broom tipped it in and just they believed in the system, but it was the Houston game with the substitution.
See a goaltending here called against Chaney Johnson. That's the second time tonight. Kai Howard defending Nutter now for Georgia State.
Auburn's defense has pushed this Georgia State offense out into space. Dylan Cardwell right now attacking Nutter.
What a finish by Cesar Edwards.
They're going to work on the dribble. So now, in terms of what Auburn's going to try to do with that high post screen is
Chaney Johnson will drive, and he's able to finish right there at the rim.
take
Points in tonight's game. Here come the Tigers looking to run. Cardwell with the putback slam.
Auburn persistent in just offensively spacing you out, setting back screens and pin downs for their shooters.
Denver Jones makes his fourth. Peters with it in the post for Georgia State. Cardwell defending, and Clash Peters gets it to go.
Clash does a great.
Clash Peters coming up with the steal for the Panthers. Hamilton fires from the outside, and it won't go as Auburn secures the rebound. Cardwell underneath, but he's fouled. Shoot a pair here for Auburn. Kent State in a matinee matchup at Coleman Coliseum. Our coverage begins at 1 Eastern. Peters open underneath. Can't get the shot to go. McMullen misses as well. And it's a foul. Denver Jones and Dylan Cardwell. McMullen gets the foul. So McMullen. Nutter on the drive, can't finish with the left hand, but his teammates, both Hamilton and Peters, there to clean up the miss.
Good hustle by Georgia State once again. Great offensive rebounding team. You see them all going to the glass.
Miles Kelly will fire from 3. Misses. Cardwell gets the rebound, and Denver Jones is able to knock it down.
Out to Chad Baker-Mazzara.
Baker-Mazzara thought about the 3, but he'll give it back to Denver Jones at the top.
Well, Georgia State in great defensive position to take away that inside passing lane.
It's Evan. Miles Kelly to the line.
Situation, a compliment to him to pick up the team. And just 6'7", Baker-Mazzara is trying to take away the vision.
They've done a good job so far tonight on the inbounds, has this Auburn defense, except that time.
Was there, Chris Moore picks it up, but that's the Auburn style in terms of at the defensive end, 5 people going to the rebound.
Nick McMullen is fouled on the layup. It won't go, and he'll shoot a pair. The line to shoot a pair. Bungle is alive and well tonight here on the Plains as McMullen misses both. And Cardwell grabs the rebound. Baker-Mazzara wants to lob to Johnson. Cross-court alley-oop. And a foul on the other end. Chad Baker-Mazzara on the... Take a look.
And Peters
across the
just a
face.
forearm.
It's the first one to go. Looking to extend the Auburn lead. Evans misses. There's Darnell Evans, who gets the second one. A testy affair right now between Auburn and Georgia State.
Georgia State is going to play with some energy, and Auburn has to absorb that and be in a position where they play hard too.
McMullen comes up with the steal. He'll give to Evans. He's able to finish through contact. Foul called against Chad Baker.
The basket.
.2-point lead tonight for Auburn over Georgia State. The lob to Dylan Cardwell. Six points tonight for Dylan Cardwell. Kicks out to Chaney Johnson, and he's fouled. Let's get another look at the...
Now I remember where...
Edwards is out in front, and he misses with Chaney Johnson contesting at the rim. Johnson all the way!
There's nothing to be said.
Eye level with the rim. And Chad Baker-Mazar is called for the foul. I think he could have kissed the rim if he wanted to, Coach.
I'll let you decide
right
that.
Down the middle.
Talk about picking up the ball defensively, see the ball, stop the ball. Hello. There was no toe bridge for Chaney Johnson to climb the ladder once again.
Fans love it. He's 0 of 6 tonight from three-point range. And he splits a pair from the free throw line. Chad Baker-Mazara grabs the rebound. There's Chaney Johnson again with the slam.
And he was rewarded by Chad Baker-Mazara on that pass, but he's in position to score, and his teammates are taking care of him.
Ferguson was open underneath, and it's 10th free throw made.
Today, a feather duster tomorrow.
Love it.
And but the type, you know, 1985 in the Big East, there was 3 teams in the Final Four with Georgetown, Villanova, and St. John. Teams in the Final Four.
Since 2000, yeah, I mean, you just look at this list, the ACC leading the way with 4 different times that they've had multiple teams in the Final Four. The ACC has done it, or excuse me, the SEC has done it twice in 2006 when they had LSU and Florida there, and then again in 2014 when Florida and Kentucky teams could be there. Could it be an all SEC affair when we can say?
You talk about that, you look at who you're playing in the SEC. To be a fan of Auburn and the SEC, and what a grueling league play a season is going to be of league play here come January.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about the tournament resumes that these SEC teams are building already, and they haven't even played one another.
It's Illinois.
There's a look at the schedule coming up for Auburn against Saturday. The 2025 calendar year with Missouri, Texas, and South Carolina. First time we're seeing Texas and Oklahoma in the SEC Basketball League.
At Texas, at South Carolina.
There's a block called to shoot his second. Chris Moore gives to Hudson on the interior, and he's able to let it go with the left hand.
And known as Turtle, Hudson makes a great drop step and uses the left hand off the glass.
It's McMullen on the drive, and that one will go. McMullen, oddly enough, Coach, Georgia State winning the rebounding battle tonight. 0-2, the edge to the Panthers. Pettiford's got it at the top. Here's a Ja'Kai Howard three-pointer. That's good. J.P. Pegues on the drive. Out to Chris Moore, and Chris Moore knocks down the three.
1 minute remaining.
Less than a minute to play here tonight in Neville Arena. Ja'Kai Howard comes up with the steal, and he's fouled by Nick McMullen.
And we hear the cheer.
And C.J. Williams checking into the game. J.P. Pegues will bring the ball into the front court. Pegues will fire. His three will go. And Auburn has hit the century mark. Malachi Brown has got it at the top for Georgia State. And Auburn with a dominant showing in the second half, hang 100 on Georgia State, and they pick up the non-conference victory here tonight. Impressive showing for the Tigers.
It certainly was, and their depth in league play is going to be important. Their depth tonight against this Georgia State team, you saw the effect. They just wore this Georgia State team down in the second half and totally dominated the game.
Big win for Auburn here tonight over Georgia State. So for Joe Ciampi, I'm